If you're using Pinterest to get traffic to your blog, the most important thing that you can do to get more visibility is to write a very descriptive SEO optimized description and title for your pin. So today in this video, that's exactly what we're going to be covering: how to find optimal Pinterest SEO, how to use the Pinterest search bar and auto suggest to find great keyword strings and hashtags, and how to get those pins seen. So my name is Jen Tokenyuk. I'm your digital CEO, and let's get started. So if you want to follow along with me, open your own Pinterest account, and up in the top, we're going to pretend today that we're making a pin that's about Pinterest marketing. So the first thing that I would do if I was searching this is I would actually type Pinterest into the search bar on the home feed. Okay. So when you type in Pinterest up here, you're going to get Pinterest. Now with Pinterest, it's a little funky because you don't actually just want to search Pinterest. You want to use the qualifiers that are behind it. So for example, it's telling me that Pinterest marketing is the #1 key string for Pinterest. Okay, Pinterest logo would be #2. Pinterest features hilarious is #3, which I never would have guessed. Pinterest board ideas and Pinterest logo aesthetic. Okay, so Pinterest is telling us right here in the search what most people are typing in about Pinterest. So since my pin is about Pinterest marketing, I would click on Pinterest marketing here, and Pinterest is going to give me the #1 pins in Pinterest marketing. Okay, so this is the one that ranks #1. This is not the one that ranks #2. See, notice that it's promoted. So when it's promoted, that means that it's an ad. So it's not actually in the rankings. It's just showing up there because they've placed an ad. So this would be #1, this would be #2, and so on. Okay. One thing that you can do, like let's say that you see that, wow, this pin is exactly what I'm going to be writing about. You can always look and see what kind of description they used, what kind of title they used, what kind of keywords are in here. It does give you a good idea of what Pinterest was looking for, but the best way to do this is just to use the auto suggest. So Pinterest marketing, what are the other qualifiers that we can put behind this to make a good hashtag or keyword string? Well, again, Pinterest is telling us that Pinterest marketing strategy would be the #1 result. Okay. Pinterest marketing tailwind would be the second one, Pinterest marketing tips, and so on. So what I do with this is I take these keywords and I just pop up my notes. Okay. This is my notes on the Mac, but I'm sure Notepad and, even a Google Doc would be the same thing. What I would do is, let's see, I'm sure I did a Pinterest thing recently. Pinterest best practices. Here I was, and I was searching Pinterest marketing. Okay. So I wrote down the things that I was seeing up here that would apply to my pin, which would be strategy. And these things do change every now and then, because the last time I did this, strategies was first, for bloggers was second. So just because you see it today, Pinterest updates these real time with what people are searching for. So it's not a bad idea to come back every now and then and just see how things have changed. But what I would do is I would write down these things: tailwind, for bloggers, for beginners, make money. You'll see all these things that I've written down. And then I'm going to use this to create two different descriptions and titles with hashtags. Okay. My hashtags are going to come directly from these keyword strings. So at one point I typed in Pinterest best practices, but Pinterest marketing tailwind. See, Pinterest marketing tailwind. Where did it go? Right there. Okay, so that would be how I'm going to find these hashtags based on what my pin is truly about. Okay, and then I'm going to use these same words, but I'm not going to stuff my keywords. Stuffing your keywords would be, for example, let's say I wrote a description saying Pinterest marketing strategy tailwind tips for bloggers. Business, make money for beginners, like without any sort of sentence structure. That's called keyword stuffing, and not only is a user experience for anyone who wants to come pin your pins, but also Pinterest frowns upon it. So you want to use a few of these words that really apply to your pin. and create sentences that are logical, that make sense, but use as many of these keywords as possible. Okay. So just to show another example, here we go. I do Pinterest stuff all the time. Pinterest WordPress, Pinterest for bloggers, Pinterest code, Pinterest widget. Um, let's see. Let's try Pinterest for bloggers. Let's see what that does. So we got tips, we got 2020, we got money, we got online business. And again, you can kind of search down here and see if this is what you were hoping to achieve when you created a pin in this thing. Like, for example, this is my pin, that's my pin. So they're definitely coming up the ranks. Another thing to be really, really aware of with Pinterest is that your pins, it usually takes them 3 to 4 weeks to gain traction on Pinterest. So let's say you write this amazing optimized title, and hashtags using all of these great keywords that you see are super, super relevant, and nothing happens. It's okay. Come back and check in 3 to 4 weeks and see how your pins are moving up in the ranks. It never hurts to write different, varied descriptions, titles, hashtags, but at the same time, Pinterest has told us this year that they're not looking at the descriptions and the hashtags as being like duplicate content. The only thing that Pinterest considers duplicate content would be the same exact pin image with the same exact URL. That constitutes a duplicate pin, whereas, if you use a slightly different pin image or URL, you can have a different pin, but you could use the same title and description and hashtags on all of those pins and not have them be dinged as duplicates. So for another example, I do a lot of network marketing pins. So let's see, if you go to network marketing and spell it right, you'll see that in network marketing, actually that's my pin, which is pretty cool. Network marketing, again, it's going to show you all of the different qualifiers that people are searching for. So you can, again, pull up your notes. You can, I think I just did network marketing pin the other day. Yeah, I did. And I came in here and I did exactly the same thing. Quotes, tips. I know that inspirational thing was in here too. Business, recruiting, quotes, motivation. I write all that stuff down and then I create these, but I hold on to them because a lot of times you're creating, 5, 6, 7, 10 pins for the same post. I don't want to have to come back in here every single day and research what these things are. I do it every now and then because, as you've seen, they do change. But, for the most part, my pins do really well by just using this strategy. So when you go, we're not going to upload these pins today. I know you're really excited to get that brand new pin that we created yesterday on Pinterest, but I want to make sure that it's completely optimized in every way that it can be before we release this pin, because you're going to be so excited as to what happens in about 3 to 4 weeks after we finish this challenge. So hold on to your pin. Write a really good pin description, about 2 to 3 sentences. Use 3 to 5 hashtags using these keyword strings. And then I want you to come up with a title that also includes a couple of the keywords. Make sure that it has something to do with the title of your blog post as well. It's going to really boost your visibility if everything matches up in Pinterest eyes. So go ahead and write that description, title, and hashtags. Put it in your notes or in a Google Doc. And then tomorrow we're going to come back and we're going to embed this pin description, hashtags, and the pin on your blog with code, not with a plugin that could break. We're going to actually do the coding ourselves, and we're going to make sure that it is super, super easy to share. So thanks for tuning in today. Can't wait to see you guys tomorrow on day 3 of our video. And don't forget to go down into the comments and to subscribe so that you get all 5 days in your inbox. So have a great day. Jen Tokeniuk signing off.